If you recall, in my author website video, I talked about the different social medias that I have on my website, just so that everything is sort of succinct. But now, today, I'm going to tell you all about how I use those and where to follow them. Because as an indie author, for me, as Taylor J. Bridgeforth, the indie author, I am not busting out for 3, 4, 5 books a year. Like, that just doesn't sit well with my spirit. That's not where I want my career to go. I really want to be with and cherish every story, and I just don't feel like I would be able to if I'm just like busting out all day every day. Also, I wouldn't be able to, just like as a writer, that is not my forte. Even the writers who come out, I'm specifically talking about Christina Lauren, because they were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry you didn't get a book this year. I am fine. I am fine. I still am like 2 years books behind. You are good, shawty. I love you. But yeah, no. Since I am an indie author who comes out with a book every 2+ years, not for you promise, since it's duology, I decided that like the first one will come out in April, and I will already be working on the next one this year to come out maybe later 2026 or early 2027. But that's only because it's a duology. Like after that, you got another 2 years, shawty. But yeah, as Taylor J. Bridgeforth, the indie author, like you will not get all these books from me at all these times, but you will get the life of Taylor J. Bridgeforth, the writing life, the aunt life, the dog mom life, the writing. I said that. There's just a lot. I'm an onion, people. Layers. Onions have layers. Taylor has layers, because like I feel like sometimes people on social media, they're like very succinct into their brand, which is great. I cannot stay in one lane. Thus, I have all of these different socials to show all of these different sides of me. And I just hope with the followers that I gain that they're like, oh, she's cool. Let me just follow her and see her journey of life in writing. So this is where we start. Honestly, my favorite like social media under my name is my newsletter. I come out with a newsletter once a month, the first of the month, and I just like update my subscribers on whatever happened last month, what's happening this month, and 9 times out of 10 they get to know the information before the rest of the internet. And I just like that for us. It's like we're in our own little club and we have secrets and no one knows until I tell the rest of the world. But I really like newsletters as an author and as a reader. Like anytime I see like Kennedy Ryan, Denise Williams, they're like in my inbox, I'm like, yes. So I hope that's what my newsletter gives to other people. I have a subscriber because, you know, I can see like the stats, and she's from the UK and she's always clicking the links, and I'm like, lure. So yeah, if you want to know the behind the scenes of Taylor J. Bridgeforth, please sign up to my monthly newsletter. All of my links will be at the description. Thus, monthly newsletter number 1. And then my second like buku, I believe, is like my website, because you can purchase literally anything and everything from my website. I have like obviously my books, I have like some merch, I have like just stuff, and I definitely prefer for it to come to be ordered through my website rather than like from Amazon or TikTok or just like any of the others, because in my unpopular opinion, one, Amazon ships from the warehouse, so blah, blah, blah. And from my website, I feel like a connection of sorts where I'm like, hey. And then when you get it, you're like, thanks, Taylor. So website. I will admit I need to be better at updating my website, but that's not what this video is for. Website. So, like I said, I have an Amazon author page. I think everyone should like it just so Amazon's like, wow, look at Taylor. But it's not like the end all be all. I'm definitely more interested in like actual connections that we can build from my website by signing up for my newsletter. You see? Okay, so 9 times out of 10, what I post on Instagram ends up on Facebook and TikTok, and not really Threads, but sometimes Threads. But my Facebook specifically, like, in my unpopular opinion, Facebook is an old app that still lives. Thus, I have a Facebook author page, and it's actually been doing really well recently. And I think it's because when I post on there, I automatically have my posts go to my stories. So I think more people see it and more people like go through my site, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cool, follow. So I've been getting like hella follows. I honestly am too humble for my own good. I will get like 2 likes, 3 follows, and I'm like famous. So yeah, Facebook is popping off right now because I'm guessing I'm putting my my posts automatically syncing to my stories. So love that for me. I have a Goodreads. If you had well, they're both the same. I don't know if you like my Amazon author page, it will sync to my Goodreads author page. Just like them all, people. Just for the stats to make me look more established, I guess. Also, review your books. I got nervous to say that. Review your books because, you know, every reader has their opinion and I respect it, but sometimes I stumble along it and I'm like, wait, or I'm like, ee! So ignore me. Always review your books. Always. And I have a Goodreads author page. And I have not been updating my author page with books that I'm reading, but I will starting 2026. I could start now, but I'm not about that life. I'm not about like starting in the middle of the year, in the middle of the week. No. Jan 1, 2026. Instagram, I feel like is like the most popular posting area. So follow. Yeah, Instagram's very popular. I feel like I put a lot of oomph into Instagram and TikTok. I love TikTok. I love voiceovers, thus where most of my TikToks start and then end on Instagram, because Instagram is a bougie little bee and does not share sounds, which I do not think is cool at all whatsoever. TikTok shares, sharing is caring. Anyway, so on Instagram and TikTok, and I guess Facebook, I try to post at least 3 times a week. Sometimes I'm hella inspired and post more than that. But for me personally, I know they're like post all day, every day. That is not my vibe. It makes me feel icky. Like, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Like, if that is what you need from me, you won't get it. Even if they're like the way to be the best successful is that you have to do that. No, because I am a writer, I am a person. I don't want to spend my time on social media for myself. I will be a doom scroller, but like, that's not for my brand of sorts. So yeah, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok are all the same handle. I just read this book. I started a monthly podcast called I Just Read This Book, the podcast. Was it 2023? I think, no, because we're on season 4. I don't know when I started. It might have been 2021, you guys. Oh my God. I started a monthly podcast. I Just Read This Book, the podcast, in I think 2021. And we're almost at our 5th season, and the books just keep coming. I am reading them. I want to talk about them. So in 2025, I started doing episodes every other week. I love talking about books. I love talking about books with people. I love talking about books with people where our opinions don't sync, because like I said, every reader has their own opinion. It's just a good time. And 9 times out of 10, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or Threads, I will post the current episode and then let you know what the next episode will be. I don't really know how my podcast gets whatever. Like, I don't know if people are like, oh, Taylor's reading this book next or reviewing this book next. Let me read it real quick. I don't know. Maybe they're just like, oh, I thought about reading that book, but didn't. Let me see what she thinks. Or they're like, I saw that book, but I'm not going to read it. Let me know what she thinks. You know, I don't know really how my podcast goes out in the world. It's definitely, for me personally, that's definitely a Taylor project, just so I can like get my thoughts out there and be done with it. So yes, my podcast every other Thursday sometimes. June and July were very trying times. Thus, I think we're back, but since it's my podcast, I can do whatever I want. So I started Threads reluctantly. I don't need another app. I started Threads reluctantly, and then I was on it like, I am Taylor J. Bridgeforth, author. And I don't really feel like that sold to the public. So now I just treat it as something pops in my head. I put it out there. Great. I will post like the publicity stuff, whether it's my podcast or I'll be at this event or where I'm at with my writing. Yeah, but like the staged posts, I will say that didn't work out for me, because I was like, oh, and for, I'm guessing, consumers, because they were like, oh. But yeah, if you just want to hear random tidbits of my brain, follow me on Threads. But also, this video is for you to follow everything, so there's no if. Follow. Like I said, I love TikTok. I love voiceovers. Sometimes I will be watching some reality TV and I'm like, I'm just gonna pick it up and do a little real quick vlog or just something to like get my voice out. There was a lot of Love is Blind. There was some Love Island. Otherwise, it's usually my nieces, my dogs, or the writing process. And I think I'm freaking hilarious. I am hilarious. There's no thinking about it. We're on YouTube. And we have been on YouTube for an entire year. So that's exciting. This started a year ago where I was talking to Azaria and I was like, I want to start a writing blog, but like my writing blog was going to start by talking about the woes of working a 9-to-5 and also trying to pursue a writing career. I don't work a 9-to-5 anymore. And I never will again. But there are still, just because I'm working non-succinct hours every day, it's still, the struggle lives on. So that's why we're still here a year later. So yeah, I was like, oh, I want to start a writing blog. Azaria was like, I've been thinking about starting a writing blog, and I latched onto that so hard because I know with posting sometimes on YouTube, I guess it has to be consistent. And I remember I had a YouTube channel years ago and it was monthly, and it was so hard to even catch up monthly. So definitely splitting the work helps. And I think you guys like it here. Tell your friends. On my website, I have an appearances section, and it tells you where I will be throughout the year. My year is about to pick up. My appearances are about to pick up. I am not ready, but we're gonna do it anyway. Azaria is coming with me on one, so if you want to see me, that's where you'll see me. All right, people, what's a girl gotta do to get $2 for a Coca-Cola? That is my caffeine of choice. I know a lot of writers are more coffee drinkers, but me, I prefer a fountain Coke. I have a little Ko-fi where it's like, oh, you can buy me a Coke, $2. And I would appreciate it. I just want it to happen once. No one ever buys me a Coke. And like, I also want to talk about the fact that supporting an author doesn't always have to be monetary. That's why I'm like, ooh, these are my socials. Follow them. Like and subscribe. But yeah, if you ever have $2 measly dollars and you think of me, please. So, in closing, 1, follow everything. They're in the comments in the description. 2, if you are buying, buy from my website. 3, review. 4, buy me a Coke. And 5, sign up for my newsletter. But yeah, those are all of the socials that I really pay attention to. I have like a BookBub, but I don't like BookBub. And they're like, BookBub's the best. And I'm like, is it? It'll just be the best for everyone else, not Taylor. And with social media in general, unfortunately, yes, I do doom scroll. I talk about all the time how I would love to pay someone to like smack my phone out of my hand so that I can focus on things that actually need to be done. But I know social media for me is not always a safe and happy-go-lucky place. I really try not to get into the negativity. That's just not where I want my book community to be. There is bullshit, and I don't know how to explain it properly because there's like the something police where they're like, you're not doing enough. Just know that I am the best person that I can be on social media and in real life. Thus, if you see differently, I am willing to be checked, but I'm not willing to be ganged up on. The recent dramas in the book community, I just could not imagine being on that side. And I hope I never will. But I do enjoy the thought of building community, but I do not enjoy the thought of being so quote unquote well known that I then am like, I am then more likely to be dragged. I feel like the more you're seen, the more likely you are for people to like notice things to like nitpick on. So Taylor J. Bridgeforth is a writer, a reader, an aunt, a dog mom. Like, and if it's anything outside of that, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I am literally here for a good time. I'm here for positivity. I am here for getting these stories out of my head. I am here for all the good things. I don't know, like the last month or so in the book community online has really stressed me out. And I'm not negating anyone's feelings, but I'm just like,